And I want to hear from you, what do you think, what's the role of experimentation in innovation, and how critical is it for an organization?
I think it is the lifeblood of actually being able to innovate. I think it's the most important part, and at times the least utilized area. And I've seen that in my experience of in the corporate world, especially. There's a there's a way in which the corporate world is constantly butting heads. And I'll explain it this way: the goal of, if you go back to scientific experimentation and scientific method and things like that, the goals are always create a hypothesis and then go prove that it's wrong. Right? You're
Hmm.
focused on proving things that, in proving out that something is not true in order to, and when you've eliminated all the possibilities of it not being true, then it actually has the possibility of being true. That's a complete anathema to the enterprise world. Uh, there is no one whose goals, at the beginning of the year when they get their performance plan and their annual operating plan, where they come in and says, "Well, your goals this year are to prove that we're wrong about things."
Right.
Uh, and
Good
and
point.
that's a, it's a enterprises just don't work that way. That's No one thinks that way. And so introducing experimentation with the idea of saying, let's go prove we're wrong about this. And I'd say there's a process that I use. I've coined it evidence mapping, which is a way of saying, let's separate out the things we know to be true from the things we believe might be true. And then our
Okay.
experiments are conducted on the things that might be true in order to prove out whether they are or are not, with the goal of saying, let's prove they're not true. And if we can't, we've got a chance, right?
Right.
Working from that kind of standpoint and that idea. So a lot of that is kind of like, part and parcel to going back to my lean startup days and thinking about things that way in the let's do this experimentation. Let's go through the build, measure, learn loop. Let's go through and look at it from a scientific method point of view and try to use experimentation to help us justify our beliefs in the business ideas that we have.
Okay.